I hope that leading by example and exposing myself to it, that I'm able to share my own failures and my victories with them and give them an opportunity and a voice as well to lead, to try, to keep going.
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来阅部客，我是水丰刀。没有错，这次的主题又来到了我们在巴黎区块链周 BINANCE Blockchain Week。今天的主题非常厉害，区块链文化大熔炉的主题，然后有超级无敌重量级的来宾，包含前 NBA 球星 Tony Parker 会到现场，然后还有前网球第一女选手就是莎娃，哇，超厉害的。然后会有 BINANCE 的行销长啊，还有一些像知名的 Crypto 的 News 的老板、创办人来这边告诉我们说未来怎么去做，然后还要怎么去塑造整个 Web3 的东西，还有就是很多 NFT 艺术型的项目都会聚集在这边，然后我们等一下就会去听他们的内容，超级兴奋的。
Okay, Patty, I got time for one more.
Whoa!
It's a new song of my debut album.
Lil Bubble in the place!
Orange theme called Bitcoin. Has anybody heard of it before? I'm stacking up. We be stacking sets. Where my Nazis at? Call me Saber. Just tell me, does it crack?
As bringing brands, creators, and communities into Web3 with art. Why do we believe this? Because Web3 has forever shifted art market dynamics from gatekeepers like galleries, dealers, and auctions to creators and IP holders. And as a result, Web3 has, just in the last couple of years, doubled the size of the global art market with new forms of art, such as generative art, and also tokenization and hybrid sales formats. Today, we're announcing three things in partnership with Binance. Number one, live art membership, available exclusively to Binance account-bound token holders. Number two, white-labeled launchpad for brands and creators on BNB chain. And number three, art and culture projects with leading global artists. Today, we're also announcing our most coveted curated project, the exclusive NFT collection by one of the most in-demand contemporary artists, Huang Yuxing. It's called Metamorphic, and it's coming to BNB chain this fall.
We are the skill-based competitive gaming platform nominated 2 years in a row at the Best Innovation category at Mobile Games Awards, and we have an audacious plan in mind, and that is to change the casual games industry forever. And now I'm going to show you how 30 talented people with more than 14 years of experience in games will do that. So, who are we? We are the top BNB GameFi project in Eastern Europe, and we are now going global. And you might be wondering, okay, but why are we here? We're here to make crypto fun for 1 billion people through competitive games. And we believe that games are the mechanism that will allow people to experience crypto with ease. Now you will see what we do. We're building a unique marketplace, think Roblox and TikTok on blockchain. For players, we're a platform focused on hyper-casual games playable as tournaments. A platform because you have one account, endless games. We will open up a developer program, you will see in a minute. Focused on hyper-casual games because these are the simplest games of them all. Everybody plays them, an addressable market of 1.5 billion users. And I would bet that all of you are in that market because everybody likes to have fun on their phone. Playable as tournaments because competing against someone is fun. But we're also much more than this. And you might be wondering, how will we change the casual games industry? We have 4 pillars. The first one is play and earn. It's not a play to earn, it's a play and earn because the currency of games is fun and entertainment. And you play and you get something. But the purpose of playing is to have fun. Then you will be able to own the games because we will tokenize the games and allow our community to actually own them and make passive income from owning these games. Also promote to earn, which is basically affiliate marketing on the blockchain, removing all sorts of opaque practices in today's casual games industry. Last but not least, develop to earn. because we want to break the monopoly of big game publishers that currently exists, and we want indie developers to take back control of their content and reach their community directly. Even though we entered a bear market, since adding the fiat on ramp in July, our traffic exploded, and we reached the #1 place in Apple's App Store and #3 place in Google Play in Romania in August. September's looking like it's going off the charts. And we have even more stuff to show. 1 million in-app transactions in the past 30 days. Almost 600,000 registered accounts and more than 250,000 community members.
This 这个是一个战斧牛排，然后它配这个 machine 跟这些东西，超棒的。它有点晃。可以吗？OK。太大了。
I think as a former athlete and someone that is, becoming more familiar with business, exposing myself to new avenues of growth, putting myself in a position of curiosity, which I think, as an individual has helped me grow while I was an athlete, always trying to find whether it was an entirely new revenue stream or whether it was learning from entrepreneurs and businesses and just working my mind and the space of Web3, the opportunities that we have as a talent, as athletes, is extraordinary. And it's really about understanding, one is finding your way through it, becoming more knowledgeable, but also just understanding what fits to you, because there's so many options, right? And there are things you might like about it and things that you don't. And so I've taken my time. I'm definitely more of a crypto curious individual as opposed to an enthusiast that knows everything. I'm the one that's currently asking all the questions, but I'm also starting to understand how I will apply my experience and my fan base into this space.
How do you look to find the right partner? What are the key considerations for you in terms of culture fit, the purpose of an organization when you think about investing or partnering with someone?
Yeah. Diversifying, that's the first thing that comes to mind, because you, as someone that, I made my first real investment when I started making a little bit of money where I didn't feel like I needed to invest it back into my career, was mostly in consumer goods. I actually invested in a sunscreen brand called Supergoop that just sold for $750 million last year to Blackstone. And that was my first understanding of what an investment can bring to you, not an immediate return, but later down the line. And I think this space, exposing yourself to a space that's somewhat unfamiliar. I look back to social media, when I won my first Grand Slam, I was still a teenager, and we did not even have Facebook. I maybe had a profile, but I was not active. Now you see athletes 10 minutes following a victory. Maybe within minutes as they're accepting their trophy, they're already posting something about their victory. And that was such unfamiliar, new, very intimidating, right? Because you're all of a sudden exposing more than you are than just being an athlete, right? You're sharing what you're eating, what you're wearing, what you like, and you hope that your fan interacts with that. This is an entirely new world that is also unfamiliar territory that is incredibly intimidated, particularly for a female audience. And I hope that by exposing myself to it, I'm able to bring in a new community that feels less intimidated because I'm taking chances. And I hope that I can bridge this, this level of people that are intimidated by the space. I hope that leading by example and exposing myself to it, that I'm able to share my own failures and my victories with them and give them an opportunity and a voice as well. To lead, to try, to keep going. Money and finances, as I've learned through my career, are a bit of a taboo subject for females, whether they're entrepreneurs or whether they're young and in school. It's not something that we're that we like to talk about. It seems it's more for the male audience, right? And when you think of words like blockchain and crypto, I think of the male audience, and I understand why they're intimidated by it. But females are also are leaders in this world. There are plenty of them, and I hope that they are able to find a voice in this space and not be afraid to fail.
I heard about cryptos and NFT a few years ago, if I remember well. In 2018, I had an interest about the tech because, first of all, I'm an artist, but I'm also a bit of a geek, and I've always been interested in new technologies in general. I'm really into video games, VR headset, this kind of stuff. That's why it was naturally for me. But honestly, I remember that I decided to go in further in NFTs when I discovered all the creative possibilities offered by this technology. And in my opinion, blockchain and NFT is disrupting many industries, and art is no exception. Now we can say that the rank of work of art is no longer exclusive to traditional art, but can also be used to digital ones, and for me it's a big step forward.
For myself, like 5 years ago, it was my team who brought me all that new world, and I was like, first meeting, I was like, I don't understand nothing. I'm like, people is gonna do what? I was like, NFTs. I'm like he said, I was like, people is not gonna collect that. I'm like, why? And so later on, you start looking at everything, and this world has really no limit. You can definitely do whatever you want. You can bring it whatever you want. And so then I start thinking like, okay, how can I affect this world? Because me, the way I think about investment, I always want to have a good impact on the society, and how can I change lives. I'm very animated about giving back and giving back to my country, giving back to the youth. And so everything that I'm doing with my foundation or academy, the way that I'm looking at NFT will be the same thing. I want to give back.
How did you meet? What's the story that brought you together on this project?
Mutual friends, and I was looking for somebody who can help me, with my foundation to try to do some art. And so then that's how we got introduced, through my foundation. His work popped in the eyes of my team and myself, and so then I started looking, what he's doing. He's super talented, and when it fits, and so that's how we start working together.
Yeah, first of all, I've always been a big fan of Tony. That's why when he asked me to participate to his charity gala, I couldn't say no. Of course, the cause was really great, and I'm really happy to have been invited to collaborate with you on this project. Always been involved into charities. I was acting for children, most recently to help Ukrainian people, and that's why it was obvious for me to bring a charity aspect on this new NFT collection. It's a new journey for me, but the charity part, it's important to my eyes. I always want to give back. It's important for me, and that was not something really new for me because I always been into digital painting. I'm used to do it a lot, but I felt like a totally different journey because with those NFTs, the cool part is that I can bring so many artistic universe into one NFT. In this collection, I had the opportunity to work on 3D, on music, video animation, and not only digital painting. And that was really cool for me to do that. I discovered many artistic process, and that was amazing. On the other hand, as a traditional artist, in my opinion, the major goal for me is to be able to bridge the gap between traditional art and digital art. And it's a little difficult, of course, but I try my best with this collection. That's why with Alan we worked on a brand mechanism which allow people to redeem a physical artwork in exchange of their NFT. This is one of these.
因为艺术品现在真的是颠覆整个艺术产业实体的拍卖会的一个概念，因为所有东西都将跟 NFT 结合。那 NFT 其实快速的发展，时尚领域也介入，像 LV、GUCCI 都在进行当中，非常的振奋人心。运动也是，音乐也是，未来很多产业都会开始陆续进行。刚刚那个项目方就非常的厉害，他们是做 Play and Earn， 我们玩游戏是为了赚钱，但现在它更 focus 在游戏体验上，希望能够透过游戏的游玩度，然后你可以去自由的。你可以是玩家，你也可以是创作者，然后你可以去 earn 很多的东西。最后是我觉得沙瓦的这个一句话让我最感动吗？他说，虽然现场都是一些币圈老手，但是外面还有很多不知道的人。那这也是未来的一个很多的机会在 Web3， 就跟我们以前的 Web2 一样。然后他希望我们去更多的分享这个理念啊，教育也好，因为我真的听到后面真的觉得教育真的太重要了。因为我很常在我的 YouTube 影片分享很多区块链的东西，但其实很多不理解的人会觉得，这是骗人，这是不好的，但其实不是，它只是一个技术的进行。那你用得好的话，它是一个未来的一个趋势，像 Metaverse 元宇宙的一个底层逻辑。所以呢，他会鼓励我们去分享，而且更多去尝试，不要害怕失败。就跟他说，他一直输球，但是他只要愿意持续尝试，即使是输了，你也可以慢慢尝试，然后呢，从这中间获得成长。所以我觉得这个就是对我们整个 Web3 真是一个震撼。
Hi everyone, this is Yi. I'm BINANCE co-founder. I'm just a normal people. I'm from normal family and normal face, and I just have a normal education background. I ask myself why I'm still here. I think probably I do some right decision and the right choice. So first part, I think maybe I choose the right industry. I think at 8 years ago, when I joined the crypto industry, a lot of people laughed at me as a Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, and you are stupid, and you will lose everything. But in that moment, I just got feeling this is the future. I must be do it. That's like a kind of a responsibility. So I just jumped to crypto industry. But I think maybe after 7 years, I find the answer why crypto industry, why blockchain industry is the future. I think a lot of people both choose crypto industry. Probably they join this world earlier than me. But why I'm still here? I think the second good choice, that's BINANCE. When we talk about BINANCE, people just think, oh, that's an exchange. Yeah, we are exchange. But think about that. In this world, do we have another exchange as BINANCE really care about user, really care about fair? I just said, when people tell me Web3 not about business, Web3 you just launch your shitcoin and you sell token, you get money freedom. I said, that's wrong, that's cheat. Web3 is business. In this world, all business should build a really business model. You should have tech innovation. You should have a user case. You should really build special value for the world. Let the world improve, and money just give back. It's very normally happen. But just exchange, we are not first one. Definitely we are not so one. But why we can be successful? Because from day one, we wanna build a biggest fair platform. What means fair? I think BINANCE, from our first day, we strongly control inside trading. We have one time, I hiring a very good experienced team member. We are really care about good people. But just because this guy buy the token and sell it, we fire him. I think he's really, really good. And the last few years, he really do a lot for the team. But we lost him. Even today, when I talk about that, I still feel need to be emotional. But we don't have a choice. Because it's not fair for our user. But at the same time, I still want to thank for your support for BINANCE. But I believe that's not first time, not the last time. We will continue care about the fair. And we are not just build one platform, we build two ecosystems. One side, we want to serve more and more users. Make sure you get fair service. But inside, we build a system for our employees. We want to build a direct, transparent system. If you are really do very well job, I want to promise you will have a good future in BINANCE.
真的太不敢相信我会站在这个舞台上，真的这件事情发生了。几年前我还许下这个愿望，然后现在就在这个全世界最大的一个 blockchain 的舞台，然后去发表这个想法。在区块链上面，我们一直致力在推广更多人加入 Web3， 然后建立更安全友善的环境。然后我们也尝试着去在很多的地方社群去推动整个教育的发展。希望大家在整个 Web3 都 enjoy， 然后持续尝试，这个地方还是非常多的机会，然后非常多潜在的可能。我们在元宇宙相见。最后不可能问题是你对区块链有什么样的想法呢？底下留言告诉我们。你今天阅了吗？如果你喜欢这部影片的话，请分享给身旁所有想要加入区块链的朋友，而且想要知道巴黎最前线资讯的BOOK们。那这样分享、订阅、按赞、留言、关注我们，拜拜。